I'm all things forbidden. I'm all things twisted. I am all things that have shenanigans, okay? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Y'all, I want to cry right now. Hi wonderful people, and welcome back to my channel, Book Cruise. How are you? What's up? What is the scene? Listen, I am sure from the title that you can tell I am going to be diving into some very popular books. I read diversely. I just have not read these books. I just wasn't compelled to read these books. A lot of you have probably read these books, but personally, I haven't. And I want to see what the hype is about, to be honest. I want to see what has intrigued so many people to love these books, to talk about these books so much, to vlog about these books, to, post on their social media about these books. I want to see. I primarily, if you're new to my channel, I primarily read a lot of dark romances. I read a lot of interracial and multicultural romances. I read a vast array of romance tropes. So I read it all, mostly. I have been neglecting fantasy. Oh gosh, don't come for me. I have been neglecting fantasy, but I will admit that I have been reading a lot of contemporary romances.
Bombastic side eye.
Yeah, but I still haven't read these. In addition to reading these books, I also want to vlog while reading these books. So each book that I read, I'm going to vlog and I'm going to post my reaction to these books. The reason why I am going to do this is I read this book, okay? Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. Now, this book was super hype. Everywhere I turned, I saw this book. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to read it. I read it and I just did not get the hype, y'all. I didn't get it. I don't know if it's me, or I don't know if it's because I read so many interracial, multicultural books written by BIPOC authors that this one just didn't cut it. Now, I'm not saying that the book isn't good. It is good. It just fell flat for me. So that is my inspiration for this video, because I'm going to be reading some of your very hyped books and I'm going to be reacting and I'm going to be reviewing it for you. So if you want to know what books that I'm going to be reading, what books I'm going to be vlogging about, then keep watching, because this is going to get interesting. Let's get into it. So we are starting off strong with two books by Wong. So Twisted Love, I have seen this all over my feed. All over. And I'm like, oh, what is up with this? But then I read the blurb, or this top portion here, and it says, "You are the light in my dark, sunshine. Without you, I'm lost." Now, this is something up my alley. So I'm like, we are going in strong with this one. I'm hoping that none of these books disappoint me. I'm hoping to get some kind of wow factor from these books. I'm just throwing this out there that I love books with spice. Nothing new there. But I need a good story. I need balance. And if a book doesn't have that balance for me, I tend not to enjoy it as much. I need a good story. I need spice. I need story development. I need to be able to relate to the characters. I need to feel something for me to enjoy a book. If I cannot feel anything, a book is basically meh to me. Just saying that, okay? I want to read King of Wrath from Wong. Now, this is something definitely up my alley. This is an arranged marriage, and I'm all things arranged marriage. I'm all things forbidden. I'm all things twisted. I am all things that have shenanigans, okay? That is just me. That is what I'm getting from King of Wrath. Now, I'm going into these books blind. Like, I'm not even reading the blurb, y'all. You all have been reading these books. So, it has to be good, right? It must be good. So, I'm ready to dive in. Here we go. So, I want to read The Fourth Wing, which is going to be my fantasy reading, because I haven't done one in such a long time. When I tell you I haven't read a fantasy book, no, I'm lying. No. Like, how is that? So I want to read this one here, Fourth Wing. There has been a lot of mixed reviews and emotions about this. Like, I want to see what it is about. Like, on TikTok, a lot of people are talking about this. You're seeing it on your feed constantly. Bow, 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 bow. It's in my face. So I'm like, what is this about? Right? This is also a new author. To me, all I know is, based on what I saw on TikTok, is that it has dragons in it. That is about it. That's all I know about this book. So we're going to dive in this. We're going to dissect The Fourth Wing. I am so tempted to read the blurb right now. If you know me, I read a blurb of every book before I read it. I will only not read the blurb if it's an author that I'm familiar with, if I know their writing style, I know what to expect from the author. That is the only time I usually go in blind, right, to a book. But no, I'm going in blind into books by authors I've never read. Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? But I'm going to do it. So we're going to dive into The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I'm going to read about dragons, and I don't know what else. 5 months. 5 months. That is how long I have been seeing Icebreaker by Hannah Grace on my feed. All I know, there is ice hockey to do with this book. So I know it's a sports romance, but that is about it. That is about it. Like, I haven't heard about any reviews. I haven't read any reviews. I haven't read the blurb. Just based on the cover, I know it's about ice hockey. I love a good sports romance. Don't get me wrong. There's not much that I do not enjoy in books. There's not much tropes that I don't enjoy. So we're going to go in. We are going to see what Icebreaker is all about. I don't know if it might be a rom-com. I don't know if it might be all swoony. I want swoony. I love swoony. I love giggles. I love smiling. So we will see Icebreaker has to offer us. Now, I've never read anything by this author. Period. I'm trusting you guys. This author, Emily Henry, she has been on my radar for a while. A couple of years, right? I bought Beach Read when it was released. Did I read it? No. It's somewhere up on my bookcase. It's still there. I haven't read it, but I decided, you know what? I might as well just start with her newest release. So I'm going to give Happy Place a chance. I have been doing some reflection, and I have been reading so many dark romances. And I want to start to read a bit more lighter stuff. Not light and fluffy, or it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because I don't enjoy too light or too fluffy. But I have been doing like really dark books, and I think I want to come out of that hole that I've put myself into. Give myself a little bit of a break. And so Happy Place might just be that book to take me there, right? To help me do that nice transition. Do I know what Happy Place is about? Absolutely not. Am I going to read it still? Yes. I've been seeing a lot of books by Emily Henry on my feed. Her books seem quite popular from what I see, but we are going to see what she produces. If I don't enjoy it, y'all don't come for me. Y'all don't come for me. I'm very open-minded. Very, very. So we will see what Happy Place is all about. I like the cover. Y'all cannot stop talking about the love hypothesis. What is it that is in this book that still have you all talking about the love hypothesis? I need to know. I absolutely need to know what is in the love hypothesis, because to this day, it is still on my feed. It is still there. It is still being recommended. It is still being spoken about. So I'm like, you know what? Just read it. Just read it. So we're going to be reading this, and I'm hoping that I enjoy it. Now this cover is pretty cute. It is. You could tell me this is not cute. And this is going to be my first book that I'm reading by Tessa Bailey. Yes, I've had books by her on my bookcase. Have I read it? No, because y'all know, once you're a reader, you understand the urge to buy books. You understand the need to acquire more books, even though you may not read it, but you want it. You see it, you want it, you buy it. And that is how it goes. So yes, I've had books by Tessa Bailey, but have I read it? No. So we're going to start with this one, Secretly Yours. I find that this is so cute and it looks so lovey-dovey. I'm hoping it's not too light. I'm hoping, y'all, I'm hoping that this is not too light. I have read rom-coms. I've read maybe like 2 rom-coms. It's okay. It's all right. But it must be mixed in with the right tropes for me to personally enjoy. I have no clue what this is besides knowing that it is a rom-com. I know nothing else. Nothing else. And that's it. Y'all, I want to cry right now. I want to cry. I want to cry. I haven't read so many light books in a long time. I haven't read so many light books back to back to back. Things We Never Got Over. This one has been slapping me in my face daily. Daily, I see this book. Daily, I see this book. And I'm at the point where, give it a rest. So now I'm going to read it. Now I'm going to read it because I need to know all about the things we never got over. What did they never get over? What is it that happened in the past that they just couldn't get over? I'm a sucker for a second chance. So if this is giving me second chance, I know I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to devour it if it's given second chance. Things we never got over. Oh my God. I'm getting, listen. Goosebumps. Just thinking about this book being a second chance. Please be a second chance. Another book that I've been seeing all over my feed. The Words by Ashley Jade. If we're going based on the cover, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be dark. So I'm expecting dark. All I know too, it's a very thick book. But people have been enjoying the words. So we're going to read the words. Now, this book was actually on my May TBR. Have I gotten to it? No, not yet. But hopefully I'll be reading it this month and maybe vlogging about it this month. I have some time. So maybe that would be the next book that I read. Yeah. Pound 57. This book has been on my TBR for such a long time. I still see it all the time. Some people have mixed reviews about Pound 57. I have read the blurb because it ended up on my TBR, okay? And I'm quite intrigued by the blurb, which is why I chose to go in with this book by Penelope Douglas. Have I read a book by Penelope Douglas? Yes, I have. I read this book last year by Penelope Douglas, so we're going to go into this one. This one is still very much popular. I'm really excited to read this book. What I can tell is that they shared letters, they were pen pal, but they kept their identities a secret, and then they finally broke that pact. They finally got to meet and know who their pen pal was, and then all hell breaks loose, basically, from the blurb. But we will see. All right, we will see. I don't know what to anticipate from any of these books that I'm going to dive into besides Punk 57, because Punk 57 is the only book that I read the blurb for. So wish me luck, but you'll be seeing my reactions in my vlog to come of each of these individual books. Thank you so much for watching this video of books that I want to dive into, of books that I want to read, of books that you all can't stop talking about. So I'm going to read it and I'm going to see what it is about. Give this video a thumbs up and look out until I post another one.